Hi, my name is Avery Prater. This is my behavior change project. My goal was to walk a mile when I got home from work at least 4 times a week. This would be Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. So here's my SMART goals. My S was to walk a mile on those days. My M was I'd have 4 laps around the local track. I live right next to the Canyon Junior High. Made life a lot easier. My A was my only barriers I really had would be weather, and even then I was able to go to the athletic center and go on the upstairs track. My R, it would be a behavior change to get less sedentary and after my very sedentary job. I currently work as a teller at First United Bank here in Canyon, and so I sit around a good portion of the day. My T is my timetable, and it'll be in 4 weeks because that's how long we had for the project. I wanted to choose this because I knew it was attainable, and I've already been planning on doing something like this, making a healthier change with my life, and this seemed like a good start. I was hoping for an overall better feeling and lose maybe a little weight. You never know. Maybe like 10 pounds, something like that, during the experience. But for the first 3 weeks, I was able to stick with the plan. There were a few weather barriers and to overcome, like temperature and maybe if it would rain outside and something like that. You don't want to go walk in the rain. So at first, and stuff like that. So at the beginning of the project, I was hesitant, but on the second week and kind of thereafter, I started bringing my dog, and when I went and walked outside, it made it a lot more enjoyable and a lot more something I would go want to do instead of just making myself go do it for this. So before we even start talking about the project, I was already in contemplation stage, heading towards preparation. I've been wanting to make a change for the better, and this project gave me an excuse and opportunity to start it. Once the project started, I was in action and ready to go. While in contemplation and in preparation, I was using the cognitive processes of change. The main ones I were using was self-reevaluation and self-liberation. For the reevaluation, I had to look at myself and decide to do what was better and right for me. Take a good long look in the mirror. And was I happy? And the answer was not really. I wanted to do something about it, and I thought this might be a good kind of stepping stone towards that. For self-liberation was me making the commitment to move into action and get going, hit the ground running. And once action started, I was able to use helping relationships like my girlfriend and my dog. They're my best friends and really helped me out. And I was able to use contingency management. And my reward from that was to watch my favorite show on Netflix. We only have one TV in my household, and my girlfriend only watches her shows and things like that. So on these days, I was going to watch my favorite shows. My favorite one was The Ranch. I love it. And there were always, for me, for this behavior change, there were always more pros than cons throughout it. This helped and made me feel better when I got home. I would get my homework done in a more timely manner. I just felt a little more energized, like I got up and was doing something. My body was ready to go. It felt pretty good. There were a few temptations along the way. When it was kind of rainy or kind of cool outside, or if I was really had a long stressful day at work, I'd want to stay home and not really do anything, but I had to go. And that's when going to the AC really helped out, because on those weather related days, didn't have an excuse. I could go there and get it done inside. My motivation at first was very extrinsically motivated. The main reason I started this behavior change was for the class. I have been thinking about it prior to this, but I really wasn't going to do anything until this project made me. And then I started needing some more extrinsic motivation, and that's where kind of the reward system came into play in the helping relationships. But eventually, I didn't need as much extrinsic motivation, and I started to do the behavior because I wanted to. It became more intrinsic because I was doing it for me, and I wasn't relying on my extrinsic motivators. I wasn't using my favorite TV show as a powerful, reason to go out there and do it. I was doing it because I felt better. And I didn't really deal with the false hope syndrome or anything like that because my goals are very realistic and very attainable for me. And the only really barriers I had were weather and time. Two major lessons I learned that preparing to make a behavior change is way more crucial than I ever thought it would be. Makes you more successful than trying to go out and just go straight to the action stage. Also, I learned how to use my past experience as an exerciser back when I was in high school and playing sports to help my self-efficacy and for this behavior change. I used to work out extremely intense. I can go walk a mile. And then how I'm going to use this later on is first I can use this as a stepping stone towards doing more intense workouts slowly and surely to maybe starting a weight management program with it. Second, I would use it in my life when I become a coach later on. I could use what I've learned in this class and a lot from this project to help an athlete that really needs my help if some kind of behavior or something is holding them back. I could talk to them about this and maybe get them back on track. Thank you for listening and have a wonderful day.